Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world. We're back to continue our playthrough of Phoenix Point, the 1-year edition. We're going to head east. That's what we promised in this. We're going to see if we can't find that land connection to get down to our second Phoenix Point base so it's not stuck off on its own. But there's a couple things I want to touch on real quick first of all. First one is personnel. I have a note down here to remember for you, Joe. Your guy with this setup only had about 5 will on that last mission, and I made note of that to remind me that we got to upgrade your will. I'm not going to go into any team XP or team skill points here to get you there, because next promotion for you also we will get some of that willpower back with Farsighted, but I definitely am going to want to increase your will to better take use of quick aim and dash, so we have better options on combo will perks here. The other thing is we have a new team member, and I want to get down there to recognize our new team member. And we have renamed rookie number 3, right now parked in Phoenix Point, so we'll have to get him moved over here. Takeda, he is going to be one of our assaults, and a preference, and one that I'll have fun working with, because it's not one I'm super familiar with in playing with, but we're going to have him cross-classed to be able to take advantage of these melee weapon proficiencies as a heavy. So unfortunately, the 2 other perks we have here temporarily at the moment we're just gonna not look at, and we're gonna bypass, because with that build I don't think we do any favors to ourselves with the loss of willpower, getting sniperist. Let me know if you have different ideas. And I'm kind of one of the last ones to ever take, if I ever do, is cautious, because I prefer maximizing my damage as opposed to accuracy for most of my characters. So there's a couple things to think about in this build as we improve and go forward. If you have some different ideas, let me know. I definitely have my certain playstyle, but if you have other ideas, I am more than happy to try out other things that maybe I'm not as used to. There's so many different options in this game, so many different ways you can play. I'm happy to learn all that I can. Which is why today, which is why on this playthrough, I'm going to try and be as friendly as I can with all the factions, as opposed to the old way I started and learned to play, is going with one at a time. So anyway, I think that's the only notes I have right now. The other thing is as far as the weapons, I tend to not do a lot of research early on into some of these weapons we have the ability to. The Bulldog gains us a tiny bit more damage and shredding. And this pistol here from Synedrian definitely gives us some amazing range with the pistol compared to our own. But the investment time to research these sometimes isn't my most immediate priority. So if you have some different ideas, you think I ever have weapons over here that I'm not reverse engineering that you think are just amazing and we can't do without, that are worth the time and investment to cross-class, to reverse engineer, let me know. I'll think about it and we'll make some decisions. I like hearing input. Whether I end up using it or not, well, that's always my call. I'm the one playing the dang game, but I do I do like hearing from y'all to get new ideas, things I maybe haven't considered, just because there's so many dang things to potentially consider in this game, so many different combinations that are out there. So anyway, that's the chit chat. That brings you up to date on some of the things I'm thinking about. Let's head east. The towering incompetence. Our operatives have discovered a highly fortified skyscraper. The site appears to be abandoned. Our findings indicate that this location was fortified by the owners of a hedge fund who intended to outlast the end of days here. Although the structure is beginning to crumble, it would have been a good place to survive the early years of the apocalypse. And we will go and investigate. This tragedy is something of a puzzle. Despite the availability of tremendous technical resources and enough supplies to last a century, The owners of this structure apparently died from voluntarily drinking unfiltered water. Well, the good thing is, thank goodness they aren't there, because this is a nice haul of materials and a little more food for us. So our overall levels actually are sitting pretty good. In fact, almost to the point where I wouldn't mind having a second research base, especially for some of these long research projects like Pandoran evolution, and cutting those in half. Let me just take a quick look at our base here and just see what the cost would be of doing that, because our levels temporarily are in good shape. So research is 300, 200, and I'm almost thinking, yes, I want to build one more. The question is, do I do it here or at R&D 9? We only have 3 extra build slots there. I think we go for our original base and go with one more research lab. In general, I prefer to find some of these quarters that I'm building in the Phoenix bases that we bring online, but I kind of want that one extra research lab now. I don't need a whole bunch, I don't think, right now. I just want to speed up a few of the long-term projects that we got in the queue. All right, so unfortunately with that exploration, we didn't get any great great sites to explore off to the east. So we'll kind of hang as far to the east as we can and head up here.
Research complete.
All right, the Triton autopsy is completed. It gives us the ability for some more, and that is combat shield technology. I'll put that in the queue. Combat shield is not something I've used a lot of. I'm kind of torn between the benefits versus the cost on this thing, but we're going to put the research in line at least. And continue on our way. And here we have Fort Artemis. At the new Jericho haven of Fort Artemis, our operatives are treated cautiously. Commander Emilio Fea mentions previous dealings with the Phoenix Project. Upon further inquiry, he reveals that 2 Phoenix Project scientists were detained here due to being infected. Unfortunately, both are deceased. Apparently, these scientists, who never managed to make contact with Phoenix Point and may have been unaware that the Phoenix Project even still existed, were conducting research in the area when they were infected. Commander Fea insists that their research belongs to Fort Artemis. Well, let's see. If we demand that the research be shared with the Phoenix Project, I'm sure New Jericho is not going to be all so happy with us just demanding it. If we accept the commander's position, we get nothing. Obviously, I would think. I don't know if we improve relations with that. We can go up the chain of command, hopefully get our way, or we can ask Tobias West himself for the research directly. We're going to go up the chain of command and just try it that way without bringing Tobias West into it. The problem is swiftly resolved. Of course, the Phoenix Project deserves access to the work of its own scientists, even if they weren't officially activated. Trust, after all, is the basis of friendship, and the Phoenix Project is a friend. Also, we gain research out of this, and we get a couple sites added to the Geoscape. Good thing about that, or let's cross our fingers that they're on the way to Southeast Asia where we're headed, and not in some other random places. We'll find out. No, there's one over here. I don't think that counts as one of the revealed sites. Wouldn't that come with more information, or maybe those are just the sites? Oh, here we have an exploration site here and here. I think I'm still going to head towards the south and towards our target before we head off in a different direction over here.
Research complete.
New Jericho, the research there has completed. We gained some more badly needed materials since we just spent some on our research facility.
New Jericho was one man's vision, and everything depended on that one man. Before the war, Tobias West had been a billionaire, an elusive, controversial businessman who denounced war even as he profited from it. When the world fell, his empire began to rise. Some said he was a genius, a man of principle, dedicated to equality and merit, fighting to preserve the core of human freedom, our will. They said he had a plan, that he could lead us to victory. Others called him a dictator, a megalomaniac, fearful of infection and obsessed with purity. They said he was willing to do anything to win, no matter the cost. The Phoenix Project needed allies. New Jericho could help us turn the tide, but it all depended on one man.
All right, we now know a little bit more about New Jericho. Let's head on to our target, keep this thing going. More New Jericho, but the good news is we're still moving in the same general direction. I don't know if this one's going to come so close to getting us in the range we need. Oh my goodness, but I don't think it's going to quite do it. Yep, not quite.
Research complete.
All right, we completed the Mind Fragger autopsy. New research available.
Mind Fraggers. Funny how that crude name our soldiers came up with stuck. Appropriate, I suppose. These vile creatures personify everything that makes the Pandorans so despicable. They are designed to rob us of our will, of our humanity.
So we have some new research available because of the Mind Fraggers, and what that does unlock for us is something that's important to progress in, and that's the grenade launcher technology. So we're gonna put that over there. Let's take a look right now at what we need to focus on. The human population census. So we definitely want to get the basic bionic technology going for what that gives us. And it'd be nice to have hatching sentinel done before we go into another nest. There's a lot I'd like to get done. Fortunately, at least temporarily, we've got enough tech so we can hold off on Synedrian. Combat shields are not an immediate I kind of want grenade launchers up near the front, and I wouldn't mind getting perhaps basic biology tech up near the top, because bionics I definitely want to get into and mess around more with than I have had a chance to do. We're going to keep grenade launcher technology at the top, and at the moment keep it in that order. If we end up having some food crises, we have the Disciples of Anu to research, and if we end up getting into a tech crises, we have some Synedrian we can research fairly quickly to help us out of those problems, and then we'll shuffle around some more as we get going here. I may end up doing something quick before we get into these two long-term things until our research base is, our research lab is finished. So those times basically get cut in half, which is a tremendous savings of time. Okay, Anu. Yikes! We're taking baby steps, guys. We're taking baby steps. We're not quite getting right where I want, but we are definitely getting closer, which is encouraging. Unfortunately, in the time it's taking us to do this, the Pandorans have been morphing into stronger. It's always stronger beings. So we have an Arthron brute out there now. Let's go take a look at the details. Looks like armor is starting to pile on more and more. In fact, the legs are becoming more protected here all of a sudden. So the weak points are left to the arms, which are a tiny bit harder to hit in general. And the Spitterhead still has nothing as far as armor goes. So hit points are up to 180. So yeah, this guy's getting a little tougher step by step. We also have the Arthron Tyrant. He looks like he still has a Spitterhead, and this Tyrant has the big gun and return fire. So this guy's a pain in the butt, let's face it. take out his gun, he can still be close range effective against us and spit poison. And the armor, based off the initial Arthron that we ever faced, is twice as tough, up at 190 hit points, and then starting to get that armor on those weak legs that were always nice to hit. Carapace growing, so arms still unprotected though, and Spitterhead. And what's the last one? Probably a Triton. Yes, the Poacher. What weapon is his? The Synedrian Neural Pistol, which is a pain in the you-know-what. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Paralysis can be a mission changer if it comes at the wrong time. So I hate this guy. He's got Pain Chameleon also, so he can become invisible if we don't take it out. That Pain Chameleon torso. All right, so enough depressing news. Let's move forward and find something that counters that. Another base, but finally we have a way to get home where we want to be. Convictions. One of the Anu soldiers at Sipar is asking to join the Phoenix Project. He's been an admirer of our organization ever since hearing about it when he was a child. And now that it's more than just a legend, he wants to do his best to contribute to our cause. I've been training ever since I heard the Phoenix Project was back, he says. You know, I never believed all the lies they told about you. If the governments of the old world had supported you when it mattered, well, I guess it is what it is, but I want to help. And I think we're going to go ahead and recruit them, because we need all the soldiers we can get. How about that? The soldier grins. He gets to join. I get to join the Phoenix Project. Wow. The Exalted must have blessed me in my sleep. I can't believe this is happening. So we have a new recruit. We're going to put him in the R&D 9 base. And at some point, we're going to go back and collect you back there. At least he's got training. We'll go back in. I just noticed we just have some more promotions to deal with. So you are not forgotten. But I wanted to get this link over to the other base. Now that we have this link, pretty much, I'm then going to focus on stealing a vehicle somewhere. We're going to have to keep our eyes open for a vehicle so that we can then have two teams active and moving around. We now have 3 members available to start up as the new team. So we're well on our way there, so I'm happy about that. But now that we're here, let's get down to our base and jump over, and just since we're here, I want to jump over and do the Once More Into the Maze mission. That's what I'm thinking. Once more into the maze. We have found another Pandoran colony with evidence of a massacre. Twisted, contorted Arthron corpses lie scattered around the entrance. Perhaps a consequence of Alexander Donchev's experiments? Who knows? Let's get in there and find out. I'm going to do a quick peek through everybody, just make sure we're all loaded up. I think we can afford to have the reload out of your pocket and give you a med kit instead here, Nikolai. You still have room for even more to carry, but we'll hold off at the moment. Joe, I think you're looking outfitted just fine for now. At some point I'm wondering if I shouldn't get you a pistol. You can't afford to carry anything else though. We're gonna go without a pistol backup, so we'll just have to try and keep your arms safe. Guy Robbie, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch out this pistol for the other one on you, and we're gonna see if we have the ability to test drive this thing. and see how it does for us. In fact, I think I can keep the backup ammo for it just because the ammo capacity is at 22. So let's do that. Will Smith, at the moment, we aren't going to switch you over. You still got full clip plus backup. We'll keep the weapon you have. And Sigourney Weaver. I think we're ready to go. Let's get out there, guys. See you on the battlefield. Alright, and the one thing I usually make a habit of reading before I click on the mission is if things we have to pick up or not, and I do believe at a quick glance as it was disappearing that anything left on the field is picked up. So we have one enemy over here. Let's see what it is. Arthron Brute. Yeah, he's not too bad. A Brute just has close-up and spitter range at a range of 5, so he's not one of the fierce upgrades that happened in our travels to get here. So he's the only one we're aware of, and really our only job on this mission is to eliminate the enemies. It's a fairly large map, fairly spread out. I don't believe reinforcements, so there's no reason to necessarily run into their midst and get surprised by other hidden enemies from sight. So we'll kind of approach it initially that way. I think, Robbie, just because you have the ability to do things at this range, we're going to start off with you. Let's just see what the shot looks like first to make sure. Oh, yeah. We can even focus on his legs fairly accurately. Even if I go center mass to give us the best chance to hit, you're going to do some amazing damage. There's no really insta-kill spot for us on this particular enemy. So I think what we're going to do is just do quick aim with you, Robbie, and give you this kill. I'm counting on it.
Preparing to fire.
And I think we'll go with the center mass strategy to keep away from the shield and wasting a shot, potentially hitting down there. Nice. The torso is out and bleeding. And that with that same centered shot, we ought to be able to take this thing out, Robbie. Let's see if you can't do it for us.
Target down.
The map is free, the map is clear, and we don't know what the heck direction they're going to be coming from. Can they come up and sneak behind us? Well, we're going to hope and count, since one was out in this distance, that there are going to be others out in the distance in this direction. So, Sigourney Weaver, let's get you up here with a little Overwatch. We'll do some straight ahead Overwatch. And for now, even though we know they can come up with weapons until I see that they have them with them, we're going to keep them short range for more melee Arthrons like we've seen so far.
On the lookout.
Let's see, Joe, we haven't seen anything yet, so I think we're just going to park you up for a little Overwatch in this direction. In fact, just in case, we're going to spread you wide so you can cover this back door just in case.
Overwatching.
And Nikolai, you're going to be our just in case over on this side in case they have more out in the wings over here. You are in the open, but I'm counting on your heavy armor to protect you until we're able to heal you.
Overwatching.
And Will Smith, how do we want to work with you? I think rather than have you on Overwatch, we're going to move you forward also until we get a better sense of where they are. And Sade kind of front and center also for you, so we can react once we find them, and you are able to Overwatch also. We'll give it a shot. And boy, it's kind of silent out there. Isn't that bizarre? Oh, there we go. Another Arthron brute. We can handle that, we've shown. Well, now, heck, if they're going to come at us one at a time like this, actually, absolutely no clue and no hearing of anybody else. Joe, let's take a look at what your proficiency or your ability to hit with your sniper rifle is.
Taking aim.
Pretty dang good if we center mass, although we do have shots up high and under the arms that could easily miss for you. Let's give it a shot. Your damage output, though, because of your sniperist perk, takes them out in one hit. There you go. What a difference. What a difference. We'll keep you right there. And I guess I'm kind of thinking we're going to continue with the same plan until we get a better sense of where they are. The only difference is, Nikolai, we're going to give you a little bit of cover this time, now that you can reach it. And until we get a better sense of where they are, I don't want to commit on our own. I mean, what's the point, right? Fly one of our heavies out there with a jet jump just to find out where they are, and he could easily be surrounded in my mind. So I'm not thinking that's important, and there's no sense of urgency for me. Now, we had these guys in the center before. We'll have the two heavies cover that way. Sade will have you cover over on this side. In fact, we'll cover the back door with you too, just in case. Kind of protect Joe's backside at the same time. Yeah, Robbie, I don't know where the best position to put you as an alternate, as another sniper would be. Guess we'll bring you over here too. And let's try a little Overwatch with your pistol. Ears open, guys. Let's pick up some more. Wow, they really are a long way away now, aren't they? And this one has a gun, though. We got to be aware of that. This is one of the gunners. Okay, now he's a gunner, but isn't he one of the garden variety original style gunners? Yeah, 100 hit points. So he's going to be easy to take out should we connect with an Overwatch, that's for sure. Does anybody have sight on him in the back row with sniper weapons? Not really. I wonder if we can get a line of sight at this distance. Doesn't look like it. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is this. We're going to take you, Will Smith, move you up here, and give you sight. We aren't in really effective range of his. So now that we know there's a weapon out there, we kind of want to utilize cover as we move forward. So maybe just to get you a little closer over here, Will Smith, we bring you here. At the same time, then, that allows us to get you down over here. Robbie, it means for this turn you'll only have pistol Overwatch. But we'll do it. I think also we'll bring up you, Sade, right here for a little Overwatch.
Already there.
And we found another one. A whole different set of directions here. So Sade, let's drop back. Let's please drop back. We do have a shot potentially on this other guy, don't we?
Identifying target.
Yeah, like we can really see him. The shot was a mass of weird stone. So I think this is what we'll do. I'm going to overwatch you, Joe. Over in this direction, kind of a little narrower than that maybe. The question is, which way will he advance? Will he come around this side? Or will he come around this side? And I guess I can fan you out to kind of cover both possibilities.
Holding position.
I'm going to do, you just move, Robbie, but I'm going to put your overwatch over in this direction against this guy, because more than likely he's going to be coming straight through. Yours is only with the pistol, but this is a pistol that has better range than your average handheld pistol, so we'll set your distance of overwatch about this far.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Sade, I was going to be moving you up, but instead you're going to overwatch from here. And just in case he decides to get this side direction, we're going to bring Sigourney Weaver down here.
Advancing.
And we're going to temporarily, with Will Smith, put some overwatch. Oh, he moved. I take that back. He will not be on overwatch. Nikolai, I don't know how definite I'm feeling about anybody coming over from this direction, even though that's where the first guy was. And I don't think this guy over here will get close enough to be able to take an accurate shot on you. So we're going to put you here to get you closer to the two enemies we do know. And let's see what happens. Okay, Joe. Nah, we got a hit, but we looks like we mostly hit a shield. We took away a shield is what we did. Or did he even have a shield? Okay, he's moving. That's the time to hit someone with return fire. Nice combo, guys. Nice combo. So I'm liking that Synedrian pistol. The one benefit of it is the better improved range. I think it's almost not, I don't think it's quite twice the range. Oh, we can potentially get a shot from this guy depending on how far he goes. Okay, Nikolai, I think he was as surprised to see you as we were to see him. That's the way it looks to me. Let's see what we got to do. He's got Pain Chameleon and Silent Echo and Spawn. Oh, he can spawn Mist. And he has an independent handgun. The handgun isn't going to do us much damage, but what we're going to try and do with you, Nikolai, is see if you cannot focus on this guy on the back, right there, take out his Pain Chameleon. That is what I would like to have you do.
How does that taste?
And he has not disappeared. Disabled torso. Good job. Yeah, we like to keep sight of our enemies, don't we now? You can probably follow up with a bash. Just take care of business all by yourself. There we go. Okay, so this guy did not move south. Oh yeah, we killed him. We dropped this guy in his tracks. So that leaves only one more, well, excuse me, two more that we know about back here. Oh, so this was a brute. Neither one had the machine gun. So we just got to worry about close-up attacks from them. Let's see what our other options are to take them out. Joe, you're on fire. I don't mind taking a shot with you right now. It's not the greatest of chances to hit. Let's just double check our other target. I feel like we got a better chance on this one centering it in. There's still plenty of ways to miss. Ah,
that could have gone better.
Well, Joe, you found one of those ways to miss, unfortunately.
I'm ready.
Robbie, let me see the caliber of your shot. Actually, let's see the caliber of your shot with the sniper rifle. Yeah, I'm thinking it's not too bad for you. Your will is still at 7. Let's go use one of our quick aims in case we end up needing 2, just in case, because it's not a guaranteed hit.
Preparing to fire.
Right there in that little old shoulder. Hit the arm potentially in the back.
Kill confirmed.
And we got it. Good job, Robbie. What are our other options? Now on the brute, hit points aren't that dramatic. Problem is we only have one jet jumper available should we decide to go that route. So what we're going to do instead is bring Sigourney
Catch me
Weaver
if you
back out.
can.
Hopefully help us again.
Let's
And
show
we're going
him
to
what we can do.
reposition Will Smith if we can find him some cover. We'll go there.
Let's rock.
Not that we need cover, per se, against this last alien. Whether he is the last one or not, that's why I'm still taking cover. In case one comes on or makes an appearance with a weapon. And, yeah, I think we're going to do some Overwatch then. To help protect some of us from that thing moving too far forward. And we're going to get that pistol on Overwatch again. Probably about the same range I'm comfortable with. That pistol, I'm liking the range of it. Aha, so that one back there, we do have a gunner out there. We still have more out there. Another tyrant. But what is the close-up guy going to do? He hasn't moved yet. I have the ability to look around. My cursor is locked. So right now I do not see anything else. So we'll let the turn continue. Oh, look at another Triton. So Overwatch is doing some work for us. But the Pain Chameleon kicks in. And our Overwatch is gone, but fortunately he couldn't make it all the way. So we still got a lot of enemies out there, guys. So we can't sit back and breathe too easily yet on this one. So the Triton made its reappearance, so he's one to get rid of, so he cannot hurt us. Now this is a Triton wretch who has one of the pistols. His torso is not touched right now. I'm thinking this is the way I'm thinking. So I'm thinking you, Robbie, are going to go see if we can't take out that Triton for us. I'm going to do it as quick aim because I can use it twice still. We're gaining some will points back with some of the kills. Let's get over to the sniper rifle that I want. And let's take a look at that Triton. Can we hit the torso? Yeah, it says if we hit torso and the Triton itself are gone.
Target down.
That's fine. We don't need any more disappearing enemies. We got this guy up close to us panicked. I think this one on the mid-turn we noticed with a panic symbol on him. So he's recovered now, so he should be able to move. And then we got some guys with some definite shield protection farther out, but they're still kind of far out. Let's just see. God, I hate using that quick. Oh, we still have the quick aim. Still shows 6. So I guess because we killed, we gained back will points, so we can still quick aim. And it's mostly shield back here. I guess we can say, do we want to go for the machine gun / arm hit back here? I'm probably more worried about that than anything on this next move because I think he'll be able to get close enough to maybe take a shot. So I'm going to try centering here. We could hit the shield and be disappointed, and we could miss off to the left and be disappointed. But if we hit anywhere down the center, we're either hitting the gun or the arm, and that's going to benefit us. And we missed to the left, it looks like. We have 2 jet jumpers available. Let's see, do you have sight on anyone back here, Joe?
Ready to fire.
Well, this guy's panicked, so he's like my last choice on someone we need to take care of. I think I'm gonna try. Well, you're at a bigger range, so it's harder for you to hit back here. So it seems like a waste of a shot with that shield up right now. So we might be better served on some overwatches for these guys moving forward. The problem is I can't judge for sure how far he's going to move forward because he doesn't have to be aggressive like a melee guy. He can stay at a distance and still shoot at us.
Identifying target.
We're going to try and give you the kill with this shot right here, Nikolai. And he's off the cliff. I think the rest are just going to be Overwatch. The problem is with these Overwatches on the heavies. So maybe what we do is we get you in a position where you get you up closer here, Sigourney. No, I guess you are peeking out and he'd have sight of you no matter which side we go on almost. Let's bring you here to get you some amazing cover and get you closer for your skills.
Ready.
And Will Smith, we're going to just Overwatch you short range against the advance of these guys. And Joe, we are also going to Overwatch you for some distance. Kind of right about there, I'm thinking. Your shot was a little less than amazing at that distance, so a little shorter distance with Overwatch. Hopefully we'll be able to make a connection. And finally, if I can get Sade a little closer and still have cover. I can't remember, does this one over here have a weapon? It's a gunner. Well. Gunner could come down this way and flank that position, so I think we got to kind of stay there with you, Sade, and do some forward-looking Overwatch. Not too much of a distance for accuracy, but at the same time, some extra Overwatch. Does he see us yet? Nobody ran into Overwatch. Nice job. Those guys are weak. Even with half those bullets missing, you took them down. Okay, let's kind of spin back and see if we can pick these guys up. We got one panicked over here. I'm not sure. There should be one more somewhere, but I don't know where it is. We can probably afford a Bash Brothers jump at this point. I'm starting to feel like the enemies are thinning out. Except we aren't in a position to reach. The only problem with this guy is he's got a shield up and he does have a gun, even though he will be panicked at this turn. So let's get ourselves a little closer so we have better options for next turn. Still having cover. Just in case it doesn't work out the way I hope. Move you one spot closer
Enemy
for the
contact.
cover, and we gained sight, and both right at the moment are panicked. And both have weapons. Tyrants have weapons. Question's going to be, how will they be panicking? How can we get around those shields while they're prone to some weakness? This may be, they're both going to panic. Now that I know two there are panicked, let's see if we can jump close and just start some bash damage. He won't fight back because he's panicked, right? Isn't that the way it works? But before we do that, let's see if we can do that jet jump as a finishing blow.
I'm ready.
In other words, what's your shot? I'm going to try this arm shot yet again, I think. Will points are down to 3, so no, I'm not going to do quick aim. We're just going to try and see if we can take out either gun or arm. One of the two. I feel like we're getting closer on that one, Robbie. I feel like we're getting closer. Oh, we did damage the equipment, but we didn't quite totally take it out. Took a lot of damage.
Aiming.
Man, for a pistol at that range, that's pretty amazing. Still not good enough to try. That's going to be in reserve for Overwatch. And pretty good chance to hit the shield, but not a pretty good chance to hit anything else. So same issue there. So I don't have a reliable way, if I do a bash, to get some initial hurt on the guy, unless we're able to dash a little closer somehow with you, Sade, to damage something somehow. I'm feeling confident enough to break out and try and get closer against melee guys right now, just because they're panicked for a turn. Give us a chance to regroup and recover if we have to. Not that I want to do damage to the shield. Well, the machine gun doesn't. It makes it appear, even though it said we did some damage to equipment. Oh, it was the shield we did a damage to. I could have sworn the equipment we hit was a machine gun. Apparently, it is not. Let's focus around the arm, see if we can finally hit the arm. And it looks like that's a negative. And just because they're panicked, I'm gonna jet jump anyway. With, sorry, you aren't ready, with Will Smith. Alright, no other surprises. I was hoping that would be the case. Start the damage. Kind of feel like it's time to kind of go all out here in the attack with these guys panicked. It's the only two I see. I'm not aware. I'm taking a chance. There's not a lot of extras out there. In fact, even you, Joe, I think this is the turn while they're panicked to get you up to a closer firing position.
Let's roll.
And then Robbie, we'll kind of keep you where you are.
Ready to engage.
Yeah, I got it. Even with the pistol, it's too much of a chance to hit. We'll end the turn. So they have recovered Will, but now we have more of a chance to connect with them. Let's reorient ourselves. My cursor seems to be making a habit of locking to the screen, but I know how to get out of it at least now. What I think we'll do, just because he has a weapon.
Advancing.
Oh, wrong person, wrong person, wrong person. So we're going to go ahead and bash you. Still okay. Do we have enough ways, do we think, to work on this guy? We can get around in a big way. We can get around the shield. We're going to try it. I was hoping to do a little more damage and not take that return fire. My mind went blank on the return fire, but thank goodness we were a heavy and we took it well. We're going to get you out of direct line of sight now. Unfortunately, this guy's not in great line of fire for anyone else.
Moving.
What we're going to do is overwatch that he comes forward for a better angle to hit us. Yeah, Joe, we can't see the guy. Heck, we can't see the guy unless we get way the heck over here. So we're going to run you over here now. So unfortunately, we may take more damage from this gunner because of that tight little narrow passage he's in that blocks our line of sight. The only hope we would have for anybody doing anything is over here with a jet jump and a bash. The question is, I don't know that a bash would kill him. But one thing we could try, if we get the bash over here, we would... I wish I knew for sure if we could kill him. How many hit points are left? 103. I'm taking a chance to end this now because we don't need to take more fire from this guy.
Let's get this done.
Okay, Nikolai, let's find out what it'll do. Good. You're strong enough. Way to go, man. Way to go. And saved me. Alrighty then. We got a couple level ups, which is nice to see. A living weapon. Alexander Danchev clearly fought a long battle here using an unusual living weapon that produces its own acid projectile. The weapon remains, but Danchev is no longer here. So we're going to take the living weapon, and we got a new Geoscape. The tomb of the mad scientist. An extraordinary bioengineered gun appears to be still alive. Coincidental? Just like our armor. Our soldiers gave it sustenance from Arthron corpses and it regained full functionality. Isn't that a nice way of putting it? Our soldiers gave it sustenance from Arthron corpses. Alright, we're going to replenish all, or I should say all that we can. Okay, we have our bases going. Our next goal and our next immediate mission right now is to find a ship, an aircraft that we can steal. And I'm not going to be picky right now. We need an aircraft. What do we got up here? Oh, there's the Tomb of the Mad Scientist, as a matter of fact. I'm not going to be picky. We need something, and we need something fast. Except the only one we see right now is the Phoenix Point vessel way over, or the New Jericho vessel way over there. I don't see anything closer. Well, that may just have to do. Let's kind of take a look at diplomacy. We're kind of even. Everybody's fairly close in progressing up to that first level to gain sight of all their havens. That's an important level to get at to save me a lot of wasted time that we've done already scanning stuff like that. Before I forget, let's do our promotions. Okay, Nikolai, that gives you Boom Blast now. We are researching a weapon that can take great advantage of that Boom Blast. Let's see, what have we got here? What have we got here? I'm thinking we gained enough. It's not quite enough to pay for it without our Phoenix Point SP, so I'm going to hold off here on you, Joe. I just like holding the group XP for more critical times. What have we picked up here? Oh, that's the Danchev rifle. What it does is 30 damage, effective range 27, and the acid 5. We're gonna have to test around with that, see if we think it's, I don't know, I haven't had a lot of experience with it. I can't tell you if I think it's really worth it or not, but we'll find out soon enough. Okay, I'm not going to cross class at this time yet. Eventually we will probably lean towards cross classing with a heavy. For the moment, we'll do a couple things like strength, willpower, strength, willpower. Since we know eventually we're going to come a heavy, I want that little extra bit of strength. Let's see, Robbie. I'm going to do 1 tick of speed for you. And will points. And then here's our next promotion. Don't have a clear plan on cross-classing you unless maybe a technician comes up with that healer bonus. Otherwise, I don't have a clear way to cross-class here. Is Thief wasted on a heavy? Well, I don't mind the speed it would give us. So we'll just do it. And Will Smith, I'm not going to really change anything else. Not at the moment. And you have return fire available now. And I can't quite afford the close quarter specialist. It's not quite vital quite yet for you until we get you cross class, so we'll save those XP to use at that time. All right, we got dash available for rookie number 4. And we have our newest. We're going to change this rookie to rookie number 5. So we have 2 rookies right now that are unnamed and available for anybody who wants to add yourself to this playthrough. Make sure just stop and take a look at their abilities, see if there's someone you might want to become. We'll go ahead and do the first 2 promotions for this rookie. Armor break, the next attack deals 30 additional shred. And close quarters evade. Attacks from enemies within 10 tiles deals 25% less damage. Interesting perks for cross-classing. But we'll not decide. We'll not make those decisions yet. So there's the initial promotions. Do we have any interesting new recruits over here? We have a heavy, strongman heavy, which is nothing to turn your nose up at. And as far as cross-class for an assault, quarterback, I'm not sold on that combination, so we're not going to jump into these 2 quite yet. Thinking about Sonya big time. But we'll hang off for a minute. Let me know what you think about any of those recruits. Someone you would hire right away? Yes? No? Maybe so? I think what we'll do is we're going to head back to start looking for an aircraft. We're going to stop off at the base just to work a little bit on the stamina. At the same time, some of us will get healed. I don't like spending too much time at the bases taking care of some of these things. Okay, stamina is back. Injuries are very minor that we're still left with. So what we got to keep track of is we got a couple ships potentials out there. We got the slow-moving disciples of Anu vessel, and we got a much more balanced New Jericho vessel. Eventually we'll be stealing more than we need. I may actually short-term head here first. What do y'all think? Why don't we leave it at this point, get some feedback from you all. Which aircraft do you think will serve us well? The Tiamat, the one that holds the 8 but moves agonizingly slow, I don't mind so much early game. Later game, I don't think it does those effective things for me. You can also argue that if we have smaller, faster ships, we can always travel with a pair of those. But there's only one visible right now. So, and look at that. I think I see some mist starting to appear over here even. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we're going to end this episode right now. Instead of having 2 battles, we're only going to have the 1 on this one. But there's some feedback I want to give you guys a chance to have an input on. And I hope you enjoyed it. This is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Leave a like, leave a dislike, leave me a comment. And by now, subscribe if you haven't already, just so you don't miss any future episodes. And we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.